If you want to know there's a life beyond Adobe Creative Cloud, what's faster than Photoshop and not to mention cheaper, watch this video. What's up friends, this is me Suket. Welcome back to my channel for yet another video. This particular video is going to be lengthy but very informative. So watch the video till the end. I have been paying Adobe close to rupees 48,000 every year for using the Creative Cloud. And I don't even use all the apps. All I'm using is Illustrator, Photoshop, Lightroom and After Effects. In fact, purchasing these apps individually is costlier than the entire cloud. This was all fine while I was still freelancing as a graphic designer. But since I moved to filmmaking and YouTubing full time, paying this price to Adobe seems absurd. And YouTube is not even paying me yet. So on this note, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. Your one subscription goes a long way in motivating me to make more such informative videos. Now back to the video. Changing my creative fields has also changed the way I use these apps. And paying such a huge price for just a couple of apps is a complete no-no for me. Up until now, I was paying this price as I had no other option to replace them. Another reason for moving on is that these apps are becoming more and more unstable. With every new update, they solve bugs from the previous version, but the new version has even more bugs. So are there any alternatives out there that we can switch to from Adobe? Now I wanted to find alternatives for Illustrator, Photoshop, Lightroom, After Effects and Premiere Pro, which as such I don't use, but I thought to find an alternative to that too for you people who might be using Premiere Pro for video editing. And the alternatives that I wanted to find were such that would be useful to me in my workflow without being unfriendly or wanting me to learn the new application. And I was literally not looking out for those free applications that people term as Adobe alternatives. But in reality, they are nowhere near to it. Now, I'm not at all saying that all free applications are bad, but most of them are. I found out multiple alternatives for each of the Adobe applications that I use. I tried a couple of them in their trial periods and finally chose one based on workflow, ease of use, functionality, and support. Let's start with Illustrator. For Illustrator, I found Autodesk Graphic and Affinity Designer. I won't even mention CorelDRAW here, as Corel for Mac is a complete mess and nowhere near its Windows version, which is quite good and stable, but looks like an application from the 70s. The UI is bad, really bad. Autodesk Graphic is also very basic and does not solve my workflow conundrum. So the only one left is Affinity Designer. Described as the fastest, smoothest, most precise vector graphic design software, Designer is comparable in many ways to Adobe Illustrator, thanks to its vector editing heart. If you already use Illustrator and Photoshop as your main design driver, you will likely feel at home right away. The UI is very much in contrast to Illustrator's much busier UI. Designer has a clean, modern and intuitive interface. It is a complete graphic package that I can use for my workflow. It can also open Illustrator files, though don't expect everything to work properly in that. Well, it may or may not, depending on the effects and other things used in your file. It allows exporting in multiple formats, though you cannot export to Illustrator. But you can share your file in PDF, EPS or PSD formats for further working. It can do everything that Illustrator does. Well, almost everything. There is also an iPad version of Affinity Designer if you are into designing on the iPad. So now let's look at the costing. Affinity Designer is a one-time purchase of Rs 4,500. It is compatible with both Mac and Windows. So now for Photoshop. I have been using Photoshop for almost 14 years now and I'm so comfortable with it that I thought it would be very difficult for me to find an alternative to it. But I did not have to look much. Affinity has a Photoshop alternative known as Affinity Photo. It has some neat features and can do almost everything that Photoshop can. But you have to understand this. Photoshop has been in the industry for a really long time and it has matured a lot over age. Whereas Affinity Photo is pretty new compared to Photoshop. But still it has many features including unlimited layers, a dedicated raw editing workspace, 360-degree editing, full HDR merge support, and a complete tone map workspace, as well as RGB, CMYK, lab, grayscale color space with end-to-end CMYK workflow with ICC color. After using it for a week, I could easily navigate around and get my work done. So Photoshop is replaced. I did not even look at any other options for Photoshop. Now let's look at the pricing. Just like Affinity Designer, you can get Affinity Photo as a one-time purchase for Rs 4,500. But if you purchase right now, there is a 50% discount on both of these apps. So you can get both Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo for Rs 2,199 each. Next in line is Adobe Lightroom. Lightroom is loved and revered by photographers since ages now. But Lightroom Classic has lost its touch. So the criteria for the alternatives are: should be good at editing photos, be great at cataloging, and should have tethered capture feature. I found Capture One Pro and Luminar 4 as alternatives. Let's have a look at Capture One Pro. It produces ultimate image quality and accurate colors with incredible detail. It supports more than 400 cameras including medium formats, which Lightroom does not. It offers a powerful tethered capture feature that is way ahead of Lightroom and a very powerful asset management. So this is a healthy contender. And my other shortlisted application is Luminar 4. First of all, there is no great file management system. It does not have tethered capture feature. It has the basic adjustments similar to Lightroom, but Luminar has a faster workflow. It has some of the best AI filters. The best amongst these is the AI sky replacement, which replaces entire skies in photos with just one click. And many more AI filters for face, beauty, HDR, etc. Similar to neural filters in Photoshop, but way better. Capture One Pro again is on a rental plan of Rs 867 per month for the full package. You can try out Capture One Pro free for 30 days, whereas Luminar 4 offers a one-time purchase of Rs 17,000 in which you get all the AI-based add-on packages as well. For now, I think I will completely avoid this category. I will edit my photos in Affinity Photo, and for cataloging, I'll be using the default Photos app on the Mac, which is actually very good. Now comes video editing. I have never been a fan of Premiere Pro and hence I will not talk in detail about it. I use Final Cut Pro for my video editing and I'm more than happy with it. In fact, I had even made a video comparing Final Cut Pro and Premiere Pro. If you want to watch that video, the link would be somewhere on the screen. Talking about the pricing, Final Cut is a one-time purchase of Rs 28,000. But the only problem with Final Cut is that it is Mac only. So for all you Windows user out there, I would suggest switching to DaVinci Resolve. A beautiful and powerful video editing application, and the best part is that it is absolutely free. The catch being, the free version does not come with some of the advanced effects and exporting is limited to HD. The studio version of DaVinci Resolve costs around 26,000 as a one-time purchase with all limitations removed. In short, this is an editing and color correcting powerhouse for the unbeatable price of free. But like no software is perfect. Even DaVinci Resolve is not perfect. I had made a video earlier about why I myself stopped editing in DaVinci Resolve. So if you guys want to watch that video, I'll put the link somewhere on the screen. Now comes the beast, After Effects. This is one application that is very important for me. And the alternative that I am searching for should be able to do what After Effects can. The criteria being, should be layer based, work well with layered Illustrator and Photoshop files for motion graphics, be compatible for whiteboard animations, should have at least a 2.5D workflow, be good at compositing, VFX, etc. And the contenders that I found were Fusion and Blender. Let's start with Fusion. Fusion is a free application and comes as a part of DaVinci Resolve. But Fusion is not layer based. It is a node based system which has quite a learning curve to it. And motion graphic capabilities are limited and not as easy as in After Effects. So this is completely out of the picture. Now let's look at Blender. Blender is a full-blown 3D application that is also free. But again, Blender is a node-based software and making whiteboard animations could be very difficult with Blender. But Blender can do VFX and compositing better than both Fusion and After Effects, since it is a full packaged 3D application. Remember how I told earlier that not all free applications are bad? Well, DaVinci Resolve and Blender are those exceptions that I was talking about. In fact, I use Blender for some of my 3D works and it is just amazing. In fact, it is better than even some of the paid ones, and the same applies to DaVinci Resolve. But as for my workflow, since neither Blender nor Fusion could match the criteria that I had put up, I will have to stick with After Effects. I would be paying around rupees 1675 per month for using After Effects. But since I could not find an alternative, I will have to stick with it. So I have covered all the softwares for which I was searching alternatives. So my final list of alternative app selection goes as follows. For graphic designing, I have Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo. For photography, I have Affinity Photo and Apple Photos. For video editing, I have Final Cut Pro X, Affinity Photos, and Audacity. For motion graphics, I have After Effects, Affinity Designer, Affinity Photo, and Audacity. So now the question comes, who should make the switch? Well, I for one have surely made the switch from Adobe in most of the applications that I could. But if you are a graphic designer who works specially for social media or digital media, you should surely think about making the switch. Both Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo are really good applications and can take care of all your designing needs, and sometimes even better than Adobe. But if you are a photographer and have been using Lightroom and Photoshop, I would suggest stick to it. Adobe has some really good plans for photographers that start at about rupees 800 per month for both the applications. Well, I hope I have been of some help to you. If you have any questions about any of the apps that I have mentioned in the video, put them down in the comments and I will try to answer your queries. If you found the video informative, like it, share it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified about my new videos as soon as I upload them. And also do let me know if you want me to make individual videos on any of the alternate apps that I have switched to. See you all in the next video. This is me, Suket, signing off.